Hi, and welcome back. Well, the fall season is here, and that means apple season. And who doesn't love apples? Tonight, Claire and I are going to show you or share with you a Polish dessert recipe that is delicious and easy to make. It's called Szarlotka. It is a pastry filled with fruit. And of course, we're going to fill it with apples. So let us show you how to make this easy, delicious Polish dessert. To make the dough, we will need 2 3/4 cups, 418 grams of all-purpose unbleached flour. You want to make sure it's pre-sifted. 2 egg yolks and 2 eggs. Half a cup, 116 grams of sugar. 2 sticks, 226 grams of unsalted butter. 1 teaspoon, 5 grams of baking powder. A dash of salt, roughly 1/4 teaspoon. For the filling, well, we are using apples. Here I have a pound, 12 ounces, 800 grams of peeled, cored, and sliced apples. Now I have these apples sliced to about 1/4 inch thick. And all we're going to do with them is slice them up to a little bit more manageable pieces. Now these happen to be Fuji apples. You could use Fuji or Gala. To that, you will need half a cup, 120 grams of sugar, 2 teaspoons, 3 grams of cinnamon. But now, if you're going to be using more tart apples, such as Honeycrisps or green apples, you want to add an additional 1/4 cup of sugar. Well, before we start making szarlotka, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to bake the szarlotka for 50 minutes. And we're going to bake it in a pan like this. Now this happens to be my mother's pan, so it's been around, but it's a fantastic pan to bake szarlotka. And it is 8 by 11. And all you have to do is just butter whatever pan you're using to make yours. The first step in making the dough is to cream the butter and sugar, which I've already done. Next, I'm going to turn the mixer back on and add the eggs. Well, we've added the eggs. Now it's time for the flour. I've combined the flour, the baking powder, the salt together. I mixed it. Now I'm ready to add to the rest of the ingredients. The dough is done. I scraped the sides of the bowl and pushed all the dough into the center. Now we're going to set this aside and let the dough rest for a few minutes while we go and finish preparing the apples. So here are the apples, ready to be put together with the dough. What I did, I've taken the 1/4 inch slices and I cut them up into more manageable pieces. I've added the sugar and the cinnamon, mixed it all together. Now we are ready to put szarlotka together. What I have done here, I have placed 2 large pieces of plastic wrap at the bottom. I've divided the dough into 2 equal pieces. Then I put another large piece of plastic wrap on each of the doughs. Now we're going to set one of these aside. So now this is the piece that's going to go on the bottom. We're going to use a rolling pin to lightly spread this dough. Now this dough is very easy to spread. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spread it as close to the shape of my pan as I possibly can. And then once I place this in my pan, I'll use my fingers to finish spreading this dough. It is that easy. There. So just like that. Okay. All right, that looks close enough. So now what I'm going to do is remove the top part. And you could disregard this. Lift this part here, like that. And then we're going to place the pan right here. And we're going to just place this right in here. Now, right there. And now, you're going to just kind of start spreading the dough. Oh, this feels great. It's so easy to work with this dough. Just kind of cover the bottom. Right there. The nice thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect. But here, okay. There. Now for the filling. We're going to just put the apples right into the pan. Spread the apples. Okay. And now we're going to roll the other piece of the dough. And now for the top. Same idea. Let's spread this. Okay. We're going to try to do a similar shape. Then we're going to place this on top, and using your fingers, you're going to spread the top. Now the nice thing about this, it doesn't have to be perfect, because when it bakes and you finish cooling it, we're going to sprinkle with confectioner sugar. Okay, so let's get this spread a little bit more here, because we'll need that corner. Alright, now the same idea that we did with the bottom. Okay, we're going to remove this piece. Okay, just put this right there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and kind of make this into a rectangular right here. There. Now, you're going to lift this up. Kind of there. Bring your pan over here. We're going to just flip this like that. Let's lift this piece up. Disregard that. And then with your fingers, just kind of cover the apples. They don't have to be perfectly covered, but doesn't this look great? I told you this was an easy recipe. Actually, it's a great substitute for a pie. Okay, so now we're going to place this in the oven, in a preheated oven. We're going to bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 50 minutes. Well, szarlotka is done. This is how it will look when it's been in the oven for about 50 minutes. And all we have to do now is sprinkle szarlotka with some confectioner sugar and enjoy. Smacznego.